Hello there guys, Feng here, and welcome to Rebuild 2. Hey. So, what is Rebuild 2? Rebuild 2 is a strategy zombie game where you are a few survivors, you've got a little bit of land, and it's your job to try and retake the city. It's pretty cool how it does it. Actually, this has been out for quite some time now. It's been out for about a year and a half, 2 years. Don't know the exact date, but it's been out for quite a bit. And I didn't know about this until I come across the third installment on Kickstarter, which I believe is Rebuild Gangs of Deadsville, and it looked pretty cool. Now, when I heard this was a Flash game, I was like, I really don't like doing Flash games. They tend to be a bit of an hassle to record and whatnot. But I thought, hey, we'll give it a shot because I really enjoy this game. Flash games, I'm usually a bit dodgy about as well because some of them usually aren't that good. The rare exceptions are, of course, Wayward, which was a still is being development and is a cracking roguelike. And also Gemcraft, I quite like the tower defense games quite a bit as well. They tend to work well on Flash. But this is pretty unique and interesting, so I thought I'd give it a bit of a bash. Okay, so unfortunately, there's not much of an options menu, and I don't know. It's a little bit. I don't know if it's a little bit bugged or whatnot. I have tried recording this before on 1080 full screen. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. But we're going to have harsh language in, and yes, we're going to have no sounds because, yeah, I'm full of excuses today, aren't I? Yeah, brilliant. Okay, let's crack on then, shall we? Start the game. Right, so we're going to be a man. We're going to have a different portrait. Let's see what there is. It's a shame there's no way you can actually go back. There we go. I'll keep with that. And my name is Fengferth. Indeed. I've been on the move for so long, running from those things, those monsters that used to be human. They were bakers, programmers, teachers, neighbours. Now they sniff the air like wolves, and their dead eyes watch endlessly for the moment of their prey. Me. Movement, not moment. Shut up. I'm down to a few supplies and my trusty pistol. I'm so tired, but I have to get to the city before nightfall. Now you can actually change this, so we can have a wrench, a cowboy hat, a pistol, a binoculars, a dog. Now I think this is gonna be my main survivor, so he's gonna have to be pretty decent. Perhaps a little bit of everything, but let's go with binoculars. Yeah, let's do that. Right, let's continue. Okay, I'm not alone. I finally made it to Hamilton, and I was so excited to find other people that I almost got myself killed on the way to their fort. They're walled off 4 blocks of this typical city. You can change how big the city is now. For some reason, it only allows me to change it from small to typical. I think once you've completed the game once, you do actually get a bigger. Or maybe it's just by changing this and then changing that. No, it's not. That's odd. That is very odd. Maybe you have to complete the game first. That's fine now. I haven't done it on this computer. I've played it on my laptop, so it doesn't matter. We'll put typical. That's about roughly a medium-sized city. That's good. So they don't know what to do next. I've decided to join up with them, to lead them, to put my feet down here and stop running. Taking back the city is going to be kind of tough, but we're prepared to do what it takes to reclaim this place in the name of humanity. Today we begin to rebuild. Right. Okie dokie. So, this is the map. These 4 squares here are your territory. So as you can see, we have apartment buildings, which provides 2 houses for our survivors. We have a police station, which gives us extra defense, and we can also put a soldier in there to do guard duty. We have suburbs, which arms 2 more survivors, and we also have a farm, which, as you can probably guess, gives us food. Okay, so we've got a few statistics at the top. The first number is the amount of survivors we have, and the second number is the amount of max survivors that we can hold. So I think we automatically start off with 8. capacity, regardless of whether we got these or not. And of course, we got 2 from that and 2 from the suburb. That's our food. Now, of course, everyone's got to eat every day, so that's bear that in mind. So as you can see, that we've got 50 and we're actually losing it by 4. This is the danger rating. Now, danger rating is pretty important. You have to make sure you're pretty well defended, otherwise, if zombies decide to try and attack you, if you're not well defended, you can get survivors injured. So you've got to be careful about that. This is one of the winning conditions of the game. So as you can see, we own 4 properties of the 30 that we need to win the game. One of the conditions is if you have all 30 and control the city hall, you can write a declaration of whatever. And after I think 10 turns, then you actually win the game. So there's actually winning conditions in the game, which is really cool. And you can also carry on playing it after the victory conditions, which is nice. And also happiness. Of course, everyone needs to be happy, otherwise stuff's going to go down. Shit's going to go on and you're not going to be very happy at all. So let's actually toggle this on. Okay, so this is our little grid. As you can see, we've already seen some of these squares. So as you can see, the adjacent tiles, we already kind of know what's there. So as you can probably guess, the apple is food in the area, and the people icon is where survivors are. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so the first thing we probably want to do is possibly try and recruit one of these survivors. Now, as you can see, we've got quite a lot of choice. If we go straight for the big farm, then we can actually try and control it, and then we've got enough food then to cover us. So let's settle on that first. Okay, so we've got a few choices. We can either escape the area, recruit survivors, scavenge for supplies, kill zombies, or reclaim area. Since it's already been scouted, we don't need to do that. Reclaim area, we can't do that yet because there's too many zombies. So we need to kill them. So as you can see, we've now on the screen, now you need to send soldiers. Now you can just send 1 if you want, but it's usually best off sending 2 or 3, depending on the danger level. So as you can see, if I just sent Brock, then 9% of the time he will come back with an injury, even though there's only 1 Z. So it also tells you how many days it will take to actually do the mission, as well as how many zombies you need to kill. So if we take 2, then that will actually help us out quite a bit. So let's do that. We'll start it, and then as you can see, it's got an icon there with the gun. That means it's taking 2 turns to kill all the zombies. Okie dokie. So we could probably carry on killing more zombies. Now this one might be a bit more difficult because we haven't got many other people to do anything with. This particular person has no skills whatsoever at all. Let's talk about skills actually while we're here. So there's 5 main skills. You have the soldier skill, which is this offensive. Of course, the higher this is, the more likely you are of killing zombies and less likely you are of hurting yourself. Scavenging, this is really important to try and find items to equip. And also I think it affects carrying weight as well, if I remember correctly. Science is very, very useful as you actually progress in the game. You can actually research quite a lot of different things, like how to tend to crops a bit better so you can produce more food, etc, etc. Building, you do need a few builders to reclaim land, as well as fortify defences, and to also change buildings into other buildings if you don't really need them. And leadership, you need this to actually recruit survivors, as well as other things like bartenders and priests and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty in depth really for what it is. So yeah, we're gonna carry on. So we've actually straight by a laboratory here. The great thing about this game as well is that it's randomly generated. You'll always get these 4 locations. However, anything around it is usually randomly generated. The only thing that I don't think is quite randomly generated is the city hall. There's been 2 occasions where I've seen it right down here, so that's something to bear in mind. Okay, so maybe we can possibly scavenge without getting hurt. So there we go. We can get Fengferth and Douglas to go and scavenger. They can collect 12 food. It's only going to take 1 turn, 1 day, and there's a 17% chance of finding equipment. So let's do that. And while they're doing that, I don't think I can really do anything else. I think I might have one guard. So this one has no experience. I might stick him on guard duty. Yeah, let's do that. That leaves us with 2. Now, what you want to try and do is you want to try and use up all your survivors. However, there will be times where zombies just come from nowhere and try and attack the city. So you have to bear that in mind, that you might want to keep some extras in the actual city at the end of the turn. Otherwise, they could pretty much overrun you. So just bear that in mind. So for the time being, we're going to get a scout to scout this corner one here, and one of the hospitals. Hospitals are really important, so yeah. There's a lot of dynamic events, random events that happen during the game. A lot of them involve hospitals. If you don't have an hospital, a lot of people get injured. Just due to random stupidness. As one would expect. Hey, well, 11 minutes in and we haven't even got past the first day yet. That's good, isn't it? Well, I've got to explain the basics anyway, so yeah. Let's end day 1. Okie dokie. So this is already a cracking start. So we found a medical kit. Now, what does it actually give us? Medical kit gives us science. So we could actually stick that on. We don't actually need to stick it on anyone yet. But Fengferth needs to have his binoculars back. We don't need to equip it just. I'll equip it on Hugo for the time being. We can always take it off him. Doesn't really matter at this point. And as you can see, we've got food and we did find the 1 equipment. Okay, so survivors spotted while searching. I saw a camp at the suburb that had been recently used. I bet there's at least 1 person staying there. Could be more. Okay, brilliant. So as you can see, we've now scouted a little bit more. We can now see more stuff. Yeah, I'm going to use the term stuff as usual. Now, we can't reclaim land that's diagonal. We can only reclaim land that's actually adjacent. So we need to bear that in mind. So we can't go straight for the hospital. We need to take either the mall or Joe's bar. So we do want to try and get one of these hospitals ASAP. Now, there's actually an hospital here, which I didn't realise till just. So we could get a few people trying to take these out. Unfortunately, we only have 1 dude with experience in shooting, which is not good. So I think what we'll do is we'll just scavenge for the time being, and hopefully there's not many zombies for us to be thinking about. Actually, is there a farm we can? No, there's not. That's the only farm, but there's still stuff there. Okay, no worries. We'll do it on this one instead then. There we go. So it's pretty safe, and there's a 21% chance of finding shit. Can't go wrong with that. Right, and day 2. We did what we could to clear the undead of the big farm. Does that mean they're all dead? Probably. Oh, we found a submachine gun. That's absolutely epic. So let's equip this to one of our dudes. There we go. So we got a 3. Yes. Now the great thing about the skill system, as you probably notice, is that there's certain levels. Now I believe the level cap is 10, and as you get higher levels, they become more efficient at doing that particular skill. So the more you use it, the more you'll gain it up, and you can also capture schools and build buildings from schools as well, and you can actually learn stuff that way as well, which is really cool. Okay, we're going to try and recruit these survivors. Now I could just take Fengferth. It's going to be a 54% chance. I could also take others to increase it. It's not going to increase it by much. So I think what I'm not going to do is do that and wreck the video. This is what happens when I do stuff raw. This is what happens. I'm using the mouse wheel and I shouldn't have, because it's a fucking flash game. So apologies for that. We are going to... no. Just Fengferth. Yeah, we're going to get just Fengferth on that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to kill the zombies on this one. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to kill the zombies in the hospital. Yeah, I want that hospital. I wonder if I could just do it with just these. No, that's 5% chance. I'd rather not take the risk at this early point. Okay, so they're going to attack the hospital, and hopefully we can reclaim it. That'll be really cracking. I'm actually really surprised at the amount of good shit that's around this particular city. The problem that I can see though is that there's not many farms, which means we might have to change some of these suburbs to farms. That's the only unfortunate side of it. Okay, is there any? Can we attack anywhere else? That's probably no, probably not. We should probably not, unless there's a few there's only a few zombies. Then maybe we can risk it. We could probably risk that one, I suppose, couldn't we? Yeah, let's risk it. Fuck it. There we go. Can't build anything just yet, so let's end the day. Okay, so these were the zombie attacks. So thankfully we still got one back at base as well as the guard. No deaths. They hit our walls like a storm. We hit them back. Have some of that, you bastards. I thought they might make it over that time, but the walls helped. Brilliant. I saw signs that someone was living in the big farm, but all yelling did was attract a couple of zombies. Yay! Brilliant. Well, at least the zombies don't need to be killed, so that's a good thing, I guess. Right, let's not scavenge. Let's try and recruit them again. Let's actually take Hugo this time and see how that goes. Thankfully, it only takes a turn to that, so I'm not really fussed. What if the zombie disease is a fungus like that? Cordyceps or whatever stuff that gets into ants' brains and controls them. Drives me around like a car, just saying it could be. Yeah, there is quite a lot of humour in the game. So yeah, it's pretty funny. Okay, somebody fired a warning shot from window and we had to book it out there. I guess they didn't trust us, but we'd like to try again later. Okay. So we've been getting really unlucky with these with this survivor. So I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm actually getting better at it as well, even though we haven't actually successfully managed to do it yet. I think I'm just gonna take Fengferth this time. I do want Hugo to reclaim this. So it doesn't. You can actually have more people work on it, but it doesn't matter because you really need people with the building stat, and one building stat is not good. So we're gonna just do that. It's gonna take 4 turns to reclaim that, but it will be worth it. Now we could probably clear some more zombies around. Maybe we should do it in one of the laboratories actually. Try and clear out some of the zombies in the laboratory. There we go. I wonder if that dude can kill anyone on his own. Probably not. Probably not. Can we at least attempt a scavenging? There we go. We can get 9 off that and possibly find loot. So yeah, that'll be worth it. Okay, now we're actually kind of depressed here. There's a nasty cough going around Hamilton. It gets real deep in your lungs and won't let up. Hugo Valentine's too sick to even get out of bed. Wish you had a hospital for him. Bollocks. This is why hospitals are very important. These things tend to happen quite a lot. So, oh yeah, and Hugo was the only one reclaiming the hospital. How fucking hilarious was that? And I've just skipped all that, which was a bit silly. I think there was another thing I could equip. It's a wrench. Well, that's interesting since we haven't got a fucking finger no more. Okay, you got the wrench, mate. And it's your job now to retake the hospital. With your 4 turns, that's going to take you. Brilliant. Did we manage to recruit? I think we managed to recruit that survivor then, by the look of it. So that's good. That's good. We managed to get away with that. Let's do some scavenging. We can get 17 food off this. And possibly find equipment. So let's do that. I don't think Lars can do anything else for the time being, so let's end the day. The laboratory is all cleaned up and undev free for now, so we should send in it in to reclaim it. We found ourselves a little gem in the big farm. 2 boxes of premium malt whiskey. What they were doing there, I haven't a clue, but some people at the fort are going to be happy tonight. And there we go, I've actually increased happiness by doing that, which is great. Great, great, great. There are other ways to increase happiness. There are random events. Sometimes you'll have a caravan of chicks come and offer their services, if you know what I mean. And also you can have bars and churches. They tend to increase happiness over time as well, which is pretty cool. And then obviously random events like that. So we should probably definitely reclaim this now. It's going to take an awfully long time for one of these, but it needs to be done. So let's just do a random get it. We could try recruiting more survivors, which would be a very good idea. That's going to be dangerous. I wonder where we should go next. See, I would love to retake that one as well. Could we? We might be able to find a decent item in here. So I'm gonna search the laboratory first before I reclaim it, and we could probably do with someone clearing out somewhere else. What do we need? Let's take the bar. The bar would probably be a decent place. There we go. Let's see what happens. Okay, so can you believe people are still trying to make money these days? A trader come by today in a heavily armoured cavern. We exchanged some odds and ends for a crate of ramen noodles. Brilliant. Brilliant. So we got more food. And we found a light assault rifle. That is absolutely fucking great. Now, who should all done it again? Stupid guy. It's just me. Right, let's give it to Sarah Northway. Yeah, let's give it to him. Hopefully he can get some use out of it while he's guarding. Okay. Now what we could do as well, we could have someone attend to the crops to increase our production with food. But I don't think we really have many people that are free at the moment. Okay. Let's reclaim the area then. Let's get Douglas on the job. And hopefully Feng might be able to recruit some more survivors. We'll end the day and see what happens. We did what we could to clear the undead at the bar, that's fine. And we recruited 2 more. We recruited Louise McFadden and Elvis Dunlop. Brilliant. They were grateful to be rescued. Do they have any skills worth noting? I'd better not use my mouse wheel this time. Oh, you guys are okay now. That's brilliant. That's good. It's good to know. We should be able to reclaim maybe this one then as well with just Hugo. So I'll do that. We should definitely think about killing some of them all. Hang on. This bar's okay now, isn't it? Let's reclaim the bar. So yeah, this is going to take a while, I think, because obviously we need to retake a lot more in this short space of time. But it's going to be needed. We need to expand fairly quickly. Now we could try recruiting these survivors, but it's going to be very dangerous. So let's kill the zombies first. Wow, even with 2 people, that's a 4% chance. Yeah, let's go with the 4% chance. I'm okay with that. Can we possibly scavenge safely? Not really. Can we scavenge them more safely? Sort of. We can get 9 food off it, so let's risk it. Okay, so Last Judgment Gang. We've been targeted by the Last Judgment Gang who raided us last night and stole our food. You bastards. They were dressed like Catholic priests and yelling some shit about us being punished for our sins. Yay. I cleaned up the hospital some and fortified it against the zombies. Brilliant. We found a chainsaw in an abandoned car on the way back from scavenging. That was really lucky, wasn't it? Right. I can't equip anyone with it, can I? No. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave it at that. That's fine. We can equip them when they come back. So that was definitely worthwhile going. Now, can we recruit if I bring someone else with me? We've got a 2% chance of going absolutely completely butchered, so let's do it. More survivors usually the better, but we do need this farm, otherwise we're going to be struggling for food here. We might want to turn this suburb into a farm too once we've captured it. And I think we'll have you. You've got 1 hammer. I think we'll just use scout the other hospital for now. And we'll end the day. Okay, so a strange soldier arrived at the fort today. He was alone, scared and very tired. He didn't talk much, just asked to stay a while and we said yes. He's joined the fort. Okay, brilliant. Ever seen the zombies explode today? I saw 8. Recruitment success. The soldier Boyce Foster was so desperate for some solid wars between him and the zombies, he just about jumped into our arms. Brilliant. More people to shoot zombies at. Shoot zombies at, to shoot zombies with, not at. Okay, so Boyce, you get a chain. Ooh, that's got a very high. Okay, 19. You're having a chainsaw, and Boyce, you're gonna have the. You're not gonna have the wrench. Who's got the submachine? Oh, Fingy's got the submachine gun, haven't they? Okay, whatever. Anyway, we've got the hospital now. Now, we could actually replace this if we really wanted to, since we actually have someone who's got a decent building. As you can see, you can replace it depending on the level builder you have. So, obviously, the higher, better ones will require a higher level builder. So, just bear that in mind. Next turn, we will get the farm, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. But for now, we need someone to tend the crops. The best one to that is probably someone with a scavenging skill, because it does level scavenging actually, tending the crops. So when I get Elvis Dunlop to do that. What else have we got? Right, let's see. Can we? We can't recruit survivors, although. Oh, they've nowhere to live. That's why. Oh yeah, we've actually reached our cap at this point. Joy. Well, that's fine. As I said, it's not completely important just yet to get more survivors. It's probably more important to try and get our supply of food to the survivors. Would probably be better. So let's attack this factory. Is there anywhere else? I mean, we could definitely attack them all as well. Yeah, that'll do. Brilliant. That leaves us with Fengferth to do what the fuck he wants for the day. What can he do? Well, he could definitely search for scraps, which he can get 2 food off, and possibly find stuff, so let's do that. Brilliant. Next day, there's some controversy over a book one of our survivors has been writing called The Zombie Condition. The author glorifies the disease as a gift, which upsets some people. Should we ban the book? No. Fans are eagerly awaiting their turn to read the book and are dubiously making handwritten copies. Brilliant. So they're very happy, which is good. I cleaned up the big farm, some, and fortified against the zombies. I found this hunk of slight greenish ham and was so hungry I ate it then and there. Bad idea, I guess? Ha! Brilliant. Well, as you can see now, we've only got -2 with this big farm here. Now, it's a shame really, because tending this farm is only going to give us an extra +1, which is a shame. But we've got it now, so that's great. Does mean we can try and take over these two tiles now as well, and possibly even the subway. Subway is usually a pretty nice thing to take, because it shows you a little bit of the map on the other side of the subway, since they're kind of connected. So that'll be cool to take eventually. You can probably guess what that's supposed to be. It's not McDonald's. It's McNoodles. Okay. As you can see, it's shaped like a noodle. See. Yeah. We've got the All-Mart. We should probably take that PlayStation as well. We do need more guard posts. So. Try and think what else we should probably get. Can we reclaim? We don't have many people free. Okay, maybe we should just scout. Scouting would probably be the better idea at this point. So let's scout that, and we'll definitely scout the subway. In day 12. Uh-oh, zombie attack. This could be trouble actually, because we've only got 1 guard. Our defense is 24 and zombies are 33. Thankfully, we smoked them this time. Yay, and nobody was hurt. Okay, Gustav the Trader. Gustav came by today to trade. He's got his eye on our wrench and offered 5 days rations for it. Shall we trade? No. We've got the laboratory, we've got the suburbs, which is absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. And as you can see here, we scouted that subway, which means we can see this subway as well now because they're interconnected. What's that? That's rubble. Wow, I've never seen that one before. That's pretty new. And 812 more. I haven't seen some of these. As I said, I haven't really played that much. I played it quite a lot of the night last night, but not to the extent where I know what each individual building is. Oh, there's another farm there. Brilliant. And a school. Yeah, we do need a school eventually. So yeah, that'll be pretty handy to get. What we're going to do now then, so let's just have a quick look and see what we've got left to equip. A bench. Right, 90. Oh, you got a chainsaw. You go. You can take the wrench. Don't worry about the med kit. The med kit can go to boys. Yeah, here we go. Now, boys can start researching stuff. We can research signaling. which increases chances of recruiting survivors. Zombie vitals, which knowing where to aim makes killing zombies easier. Basically makes it a lot easier to be offensive with zombies, so that's cool. And research preservation, which is probably the more important one at this point. Getting more food from scavenging and stop it from going bad. So yeah, that's probably the more important one. It's going to take 13 turns. Now, if you didn't have any, it would be 19 turns. So, you know, that's cool. So 13 turns. I'm not really too bothered at this point because we haven't got a school yet. So by the time we do get a school, he should have finished researching, so that's good. Right. 2 to no. What should we do next? What should we take? We still have a food deprivation, but we should definitely think about maybe recruiting these two while we've still got the room, and going towards this farm. Now we're going to have to take McDoodles first, so we're going to have someone scout that. Another person scout that. And we're gonna have you take. Can I? Yeah, I can actually. If you so, I'm gonna take these two here because they've got the building skill. It's gonna knock it down by 1 day, so I may as well do that. Could we possibly kill some zombies? There's only one zombie in here, which is a bit odd. Let's get you on the case. What about here? That's a bit buggedy. Well, actually, it's 0% chance there, so let's clear the zombies there too, and we'll end the day. And I think this is probably a nice place to end this particular episode, so I'll see you next time.